Hello there and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the preliminary changes of the new season, season 38, and I'm going to give a reaction to these changes for you. So, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. What you're going to see is I'm going to talk about these changes. You can see that there was already an announcement made about the season, update 1.69, but it's season 38. And yes, it's going to be a Halloween version one. So, how about that? Let's talk about the changes. All right, now here we go. Very first thing is it gives you an idea of what changes to expect. And I'm going to go thoroughly through each one of these, but I'm not going to invest way too much time, just in the most important ones. So you're going to see what it says immediately, item changes. And you can see this. I'll leave the link down in the description below for you to access the preliminary changes if you'd like to access them. That way it could help you out. So, but players will temporarily be unable to obtain many weapons and armor sets. Some items will be unavailable to players who have already acquired them. So some of the weapons are being temporarily removed. And it makes sense. There's a clutter. There's a lot of guns out there that aren't even being used. So I don't see any absolute issue with that. Second bullet point, weapon and armor parameters have been adjusted so that the difference between available items are not so significant. That is something that is actually pretty good. Those parameters needed to be adjusted, so why not? Level restrictions have been removed from all items. So that's amazing, right? Previously, you had to reach like level 68 to turn a certain weapon, level 86 to acquire certain armor. You no longer need that. Now, since the very get start, if you are that person that likes to spend money in the game, you can do that immediately and then just buy all the items. Or you don't have to wait until that long if you obtain it in one of the season lotteries, because that sucked, right? You got one of the weapons in the season lottery or one of the armors. You're excited to use it, and oh man, you can't use it because you're not the required level. Not anymore. Now you don't have to wait for that. Also, upgrades now require credits as well as weapon armor points. Wait a minute. Don't freak out. This is a good thing because those credits aren't even being used anyways. Yeah, you are using them for your injections, for your improvements like the red, the yellow injection, the grenades and stuff. But many of us have millions and millions of credits that aren't being used. Here's the positive behind that. It will require credits not to upgrade and also armor points, but it's not going to require many armor and weapon point upgrade points to increase your weapons or your armor. It's going to require less because now it's using up more of the credits. So what a great way to start utilizing those credits, and you won't have to work as hard for those weapon upgrade points and those armor upgrade points because let's face it, they are hard to obtain. So that is a good thing. That's amazing. The success rate of the upgrades have been significantly increased at all stages. That's great, right? That means like it'll be easier for you to upgrade your weapon. The success rate will be better. There's the positive news as well. The damage of the combat skill and grenades is now fixed and no longer dependent on the player's level. That's amazing, right? So if you noticed before, right, people that were level, let's say 100, had a specific amount of damage on skills and on grenades, and that being mines, nitrogen bombs, all kinds of grenades, the gift grenade, the gift bomb, all of them, they had a higher damage if you were higher level. Not anymore. Now they are all exactly the same. So what's that going to do? As a result, a player's combat performance now depends solely on their equipment, personal skills, and also clan skills, and the level no longer affects these attributes. Great, right? So far, seems amazing. Seems like some pretty good news. Now, Season 38 is going to be called the Demon Hunt. It's going to, of course, have a new season battle pass, of course, with some brand new weapons that I'll talk to you about in a bit. A new season calendar, of course. A new lottery called Redemption. And you can see a kind of a preview right there. Those pictures that are showing right there. A seasonal event, Wrath of the Reaper. Complete all special daily quests to earn Reaper tokens. You can purchase the Daybreak Machine Gun, the Reaper Scythe, Mad Clown Mask, Explosive Grenades, and there it is. Many of you have been asking about this. You have been begging in comments and YouTube, and you've been constantly asking for this. The Scarecrow character, the Resurgent character, and the effective skins will be available in the black market. So those of you guys that do not have those limited skins that were offered many years ago in the Halloween season, now here's your opportunity for you to obtain those skins. You asked for them, well, there they are. The Scythe Mask, Grenades will not have been updated parameters. Event states will be announced closer to the event. So just make sure that you are staying tuned and you are staying up to date with those announcements so you can obtain those things. Now, let's talk about the fun things and the exciting things. Weapons and character. We have a new Conquer assault rifle influenced with demonic powers. When an enemy dies, they explode into pieces, causing damage around them. That's great. So it's going to inflict damage to anybody who's around the area after the enemy dies and explodes. And you can see it right there. That is a good looking assault rifle. It's about time that we get a good assault rifle. So fingers crossed. The Hellfire shotgun fires shards of hellish crystals. Its accuracy increased when fired in aim mode, available in the season battle pass. So those of you guys that love to buy the season battle pass and you like to obtain weapons there, this is where you're going to get that shotgun. The large caliber prayer revolver, blessed with the Church of Hunting Demons. If you hit an enemy, the bullet will ricochet to a nearby target, available in the redemption lottery. So inside the lottery, you're going to get this pistol, which is great. It's going to be just like a previous sniper that we had, the SR something. My mind went blank for a second. Well, that sniper rifle that the bullets ricochet and hit somebody else. That's amazing. And look at that, another weapon, the Daybreak machine gun, designed to deal with supernatural threats. Each kill increases the chance of critical damage by up to 100%. And this one will be available for a limited time in the Wrath of the Reaper event. Amazing. And then you also have the Sheriff Badge weapon charm. This is the charm or the trinket that you attach to your weapon just for the look. It's going to have that Sheriff one to go with the season. And of course, a new character, Pastor character, an unwavering defender of his city, willing to risk everything to save every lost soul, available in the redemption lottery. Pretty soon we'll make a video about that character, so you can keep an eye out for that. And then we do have some map changes. You can see Italy, Brooklyn, and Blackwood Pines have been changed into a Halloween theme. So just like other season, look at Brooklyn. That looks nice. That looks very, very nice. Well, the other ones just gonna have like little decors here and there, little pumpkins. You know, it gets darker too, so be ready with your heat vision so you can spot the enemies and see them. Now, here's the thing as well. The following maps have been temporarily removed. Keyword: temporary. It is not permanent, just temporary, where some things are adjusted. The War Depot, the Wasteland, Night Siberia, Yakuza, Business Map, Manhattan Bank, and Winter Times Square. Yeah, that is a lot of maps, but it's temporary. Now, the smuggling cases. There are some changes to the smuggling cases. The contents of each case has been changed, obviously, just like every other one. The first case now contains only gold. The second, only VIP. And the third contains combat skills, blueprints, and personal skills. So that's great. That's some good stuff in there. And then the super case contains gold, VIP, blueprints for the new Conquer assault rifle. So that's how you're going to get that new rifle, is inside the smuggling cases. Cases price have been adjusted, and all three main cases now cost the same number of keys. So that's great. The first and the third case can be opened once a day for free. That's phenomenal, because previously you could only open the first one. Now you can open the first and the third case. So pretty good stuff there. And the number of points required to open the super case has been reduced. Now you'll be able to open them quicker, and you'll be able to open a lot more. A few lottery changes right here. Because many items are no longer obtainable, there's only going to be 2 lotteries in the game: the Molecular Cascade and the Redemption. The number of tickets required to win the prize in the Molecular Cascade has been reduced. It's phenomenal. All lotteries will periodically return to the game for short periods of time, so make sure you are staying up to date with that. You are looking at that, so in case you are interested in those unique weapons that may not be available now, make sure you are ready for those. Changes to the daily quest system. The difficulty of the daily quest is now the same for players from all levels, which is great. There are now 2 types of capsules from level 1 through 13 and from level 14 to 200. So that's really going to help out and get a lot better stuff, or get stuff that you, if you're in a lower level, stuff that would actually give you an advantage for that time. Rewards for completing tasks have been increased. Now, here's the big changes. Here's some really big ones. There's changes in the matchmaking and match conditions. Players are now divided into 4 groups when searching for match levels 1 through 5, levels 6 through 10, levels 11 through 40, and 41 to 200. Now, before you freak out and you go, what? Players in this level 41 will be playing with level 200? No, not necessarily. That's not the case. Previously, it was set from 71 to 200, but level 70s weren't playing the entire time with level 200s. It's the matchmaking system will do its absolute best to ensure that you are being matchmake with someone from your current level. But the level is not going to matter so much anymore. Here's the reason why. Because as you just saw me cover everything there, you're going to be able to have the best weapons. You're going to be able to have the best armor kits, the best equipment overall since early stages and early levels. So levels not really going to matter. Not even grenades, because grenades are going to have the same amount of damage. So all that's not going to matter anymore, really, because you can obtain all that now. So it's all going to be solely dependent on the player's skill now. So your movement, your technique, your strategy, all that will come into play. So the level doesn't really matter anymore. So that's the positive thing about that. And it also means less bots, right? So, and also it helps for those of you guys that are lower level, where you might go, man, but I'm level 60. I don't want to face level 120 or 150. It actually helps. I've been playing this game for a long time, for a very long time. And it actually helps sometimes to take those beatings because you get to learn from their strategy, which is true. You start, sometimes you lose and you get killed so many times, but you look at that enemy that plays very well and you go, oh, I liked how he did that. Or I like how she did that. Or I like where she came from. I didn't even know that spot existed. That's a good place to camp. Or that's a good place to position myself. That's a good strategy. I see that she kills me from one spot. When I go look for her, she's no longer there. She's in a different spot. I should try that, right? You get to acquire other people's strategies and apply it to your own by seeing them play. So there is that possibility, that positive thing of seeing high level players. So I'm excited to see what happens there. The difficulty of bots has also been adjusted to reflect the new player groups. Bots level 41 and above will match the combat performance of the players with the best equipment. That's a good thing too, because sometimes it can get boring where you kill 71 and you die 0 times because you found a lobby full of bots. Now the bots are a little bit better, so it'll make it a little bit more interesting, which is good. Joining a squad is now available at level 5. Previously, you had to have a higher level in order to be able to join a squad. No, it's no longer the case. And the number of kills or points required to complete a match has been reduced in most modes. It has been reduced to help the low-level players, so you don't have to kill 50 people, right? I mean, if you are low level, that's going to be difficult, or it's going to take you forever to finish that, or you might not even finish that under the 5 minutes. So that really helps. Now, we do have some other changes. Level up rewards have been adjusted. The armor experience required to reach level 13 has been reduced. The amount of experience required. So that means you're going to be able to reach level 13 quicker and then be able to get better weapons quicker. The change of the design of the gadgets and the camouflage buttons when viewing buttons. So the buttons have been changed. You can see in that picture right there. The gadgets, the camouflage button also have slightly changed in that position in that location, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then a video of the Fliggerfoss weapon has been added to the equipment window. Pretty cool. Various other technical fixes and improvement. That means any bugs that were identified during the testing or that were identified by you during the game and have reported them, some of those have been corrected, have been fixed. Make sure you are staying tuned because there's other changes that could happen and things could update anytime. So stay up to date with the pages. You can stay up to date with our channel. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. Drop us a like, hit the notification bell. We're always dropping amazing videos, and we might be dropping some sneak peeks of the new season. So make sure you are staying tuned. And because you want to see these weapons in action, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and you are hitting the notification bell, because we always give a demonstration of every single new weapon, and you want to see it. You want to see it so that way you can determine if this weapon is for you. We'll see you in the next one.